And I'm with Gator Mike and Aqua Taddy, and we are here to bring you the GC Sports Atlanta 200. This is the preset race every Tuesday night. We have, you're seeing on your screen, the points leader so far. This is the third round of 4, so one more round to go after this week. The leader is Mopow Cat, 42905. That's his truck you see right there, the number 23 Chevrolet. And Gator Mike, we have 6 guys vowing for 4 spots.
Yeah, the championship 4 gets determined tonight. And what better track to do it than Atlanta Motor Speedway? This track has it all. It's going to be a lot of pack racing tonight, a lot of draft. Bottom line dominant. But you can't make that outside work every now and then. And tires. I can't preach enough about tires and what they're going to mean tonight. So we're going to see a lot of good action here.
That is true, absolutely. Tires are going to be huge tonight. They always are. A lot of guys love to run loose setups, and they're really, really fast, but they burn up those rubbers really quick. And then some guys, call them smart, call them safe, but they'll run a tighter setup. They'll keep those tires a little fresher through the runs, and they might even make a fuel run, a few of them. So pit strategy, especially since these are going to be green flag laps, are going to be a huge factor. Aqua Taddy, you are in the race tonight. Who got the pole?
Private Patton got the pole. You guys can join real quick, and then you can chat with me.
Sure, we are going in right now. We are loading in right now to the GC Sports Preset Atlanta 200. 3 stages. We are hitting join now.
Yeah, Private Patton got the pole. Playoff hopeful, the guy entering tonight in 6th in points, having to make up a lot of points, country caliber, but he's the top qualifier of the 6 drivers. And I'm going racing, so over to you guys.
Yeah, Brinka, as we start, we're going to have a tight playoff battle here tonight as these guys take the green flag. Private Patton in the bright purple, I guess pink, 21 truck leads the field to green, but tight playoff battle. We're going to be following it all night.
Yeah, Private Patton is not in the playoff battle, but he has been one of the more dominant trucks. Just missed out on a race start technicality. But Mopow Cat, RJ Smitty, Justin Hackett is in 3rd. The Evo B is in 4th. Probably Your Dad is 5th. And Country Caliber is 6th as we load into the green flag here at Atlanta. They're coming out of turn 4 on lap number 1. We were a little behind, but Private Patton leads the first lap with RJ Smitty close behind and Probably Your Dad in 3rd. That is Justin Hackett and the Evo B battling for 4th as you go into turn number 1. The Evo B is going to snag it from him. And as they straighten out coming off of turn number 2. But Aqua Taddy, your commissioner in the 00 truck, is just behind the 88, pushing him down the back straightaway. That's the 15, the blue and white truck you see back there in about 7th place. That is T-Bird. He was unfortunately eliminated from the playoff hunt last week. He's in 8th place as it is, but in 7th place on the track.
Real quick, that's Country Caliber in front of me, not Justin. That's
gotcha. It's going to happen once a race where I confuse those 2 trucks.
Yeah, they look a lot alike. I was just letting you know which one was which.
Got the Country Caliber is up there.
T-Bird does make his return to the GC Sports Racing League here tonight. Not fighting for the playoffs anymore, but glad to have him back as they're 3 wide in the middle of 3 and 4.
We're going to have to go back and see that because up front we are single file. That's the 17 truck of Butters. Yep, there he is. My boy and yours in the middle there. He's trying to hold it tight. He's got his line. Keeping it off those guys up above him and below him. Now he'll fall in behind your point leader, Mopow Cat, as Justin Hackett in the 88 is now underneath him down the back straightaway. That is the 22 of Beery. Drafting up on the 17. Got a nice high line here. And the high line, like you said, will work. The bottom line, you see a lot of these guys are driving on the bottom line here in 3 and 4, where they get a lot of speed off the corner.
Yeah, going into tonight, Mopow Cat was the points leader. He should feel pretty safe. He had a 29-point gap entering tonight. So as long as he gets at least a couple stage points and a top 10 finish, I mean, he's good to go. RJ Smitty, he's in 2nd place entering tonight. However, he's not going to be as comfortable as he's only 9 points above that cutoff line. So he needs to get some stage points and a good finish tonight. Everybody else, they are right on top of it. Justin Shackett, he's only 6 points above. Evo B, 3 points above. Probably your dad sitting right there, 3 below. And Country Caliber, he needs a lot of help here as he is 9 below the cutoff line tonight. So he's going to be driving with everything he's got.
Well, Country Caliber showing strength here, running with the lead pack. We have the top 6 cars here. T-Bird is leading that second pack in the 15 truck. Private Patton's going to go back to the lead. Unfortunately for the 3 truck, there's no bonus points for leading a lap because he did have a good battle and did lead a couple of laps here. But now he's going to yield to the high side, and Evo B will follow Private Patton down low into turn number 1. And Country Caliber, trying to get a draft off the 13, is going to try and do the same thing into the back straightaway. And Aquatati's going to stay high. Nope, the 98's going to squeeze. He doesn't know which lane to take heading into turn 3.
So stage 1 here tonight is going to be 40 laps. You can get, depending on how hard you push your truck, probably 15 to 17 laps just on tires. Tires are going to go quicker than fuel tonight. So you're going to see most of these guys here in stage 1. They're going to just probably split it into thirds, pit twice. So
it's actually a little surprising. Sorry to interrupt, but it's a little surprising to see some of these guys up front being so racy as it is for the sheer fact of using up their tires. Aquatati, I know you can hear us, but you look like the safest right now, just kind of riding along, taking care of those. But the 3 was battling up front. The 13 has been pushing forward. The 21 got past, didn't want to stay back there. They've been fighting, and they have sure as heck been using up those rubbers underneath those trucks. There goes probably your dad low on the 00, but he's not going to let it stick into turn number 2. They'll be side by side coming off the straightaway.
We've got 4 of our playoff drivers right here in this front group, and these are all 4 that are right around the cutoff line. So right now they've got the good track position. They need to close the stage out. Still a long way to go, though.
Take a look back in the second pack again, as here we see old guy 74, who's up near the front of the second pack. We saw the 17 hit the wall a little whiles back when we were looking at this pack of cars. He hasn't quite rebounded from that yet, but he was able to stay in front of those last 2 trucks, the 02 and the 45. 02 Broadcaster Clay 45 right now is driven by, if I can get to him, Brian SP24. And there's one more guy in the back here. Looks like, well, Striker 24 has exited the race. Looks like T-Bird found some trouble. He was leading that second pack, and now he finds himself in last place. So something did occur, it looks like, to T-Bird.
Indeed, as T-Bird has dropped back there, but these guys should be approaching pit stops here pretty shortly already. The laps go by pretty quick here at Atlanta, 30-second laps. This top 6 has gotten single file, probably in anticipation that pit stops are coming soon. They don't want to cluster things up getting on the pit road, so nice and clean.
That is a really good point. And, you know, if you do have to pit kind of early, if you do use up your tires a bit too much, you may not make it on one stop. You may have to pit again before the end of the stage. If that happens, you may go a lap down and
now last night in the Monday Series, we did see one driver that tried to do it on one stop here in Stage 1. It didn't work. He blew a tire on the last lap and ended up collecting a playoff driver in the process. So one stopping this first stage is probably not something you're going to see tonight. Definitely 2 stops.
Private Patton still leading this pack. Single file. You see there's single file behind them as well. Aquatati, do you have a lap count for us, please?
Coming at 27 to go.
27 to go here in stage number 1. Probably that looks a little high, but that could just be his line, taking care of the tires, not really looking to make a pass, or just not trying to hug the very bottom of that corner, wearing out that right front or even their right rear, depending on their setup.
These front 6 definitely using that draft here to break away from the rest of the field. It's going to come down to pit stops here and pit strategy. If you pit even a lap earlier than everybody else, you gain so much time on those fresh tires, at least a second a lap. However, those guys that pit after you, they're going to have that fresh tire advantage. So it's kind of a game of chess right here. Who wants to pit first, who wants to pit later? We're about to find out here in the next couple laps. Looks like we're going to have a couple takers right here with Private Patton, probably your dad. First 2 that ducked below the back stretch yellow line to indicate they're coming to pit lane.
We're going to have two guys, looks like the first time around. Those four will stay out. And this is of time. If you pit early, you know, we can maybe gain a little with one more lap of fresh tires and the guys who may pit a lap or two later. So there is that as well. You see the 21 who's been leading most of this race. Private Patton is going to lead the charge to pit road. We'll go back out to the action. Here's Evo B, RJ Smitty, and Country Caliber also looking to pit. Aquatati is staying high. He may go an extra lap around this 1.5-mile circuit here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Hugs the wall out of turn 4. Real tight Kyle Larson line he has. Here comes the other 3 trucks into pit lane. And everyone else behind him, it looks like. Ryan SP's coming down. Beery, old guy, 74.
Yeah, fairly clean there, getting onto pit lane. About as good as you can do it in a group, so kudos to those guys. This pit lane, it can be easy to get on, but at the same time, it is deceptively tricky. So getting up off that banking is that you can really get loose in that scenario.
Well, you see, Private Patton has lost the lead. Well, the virtual lead. We assume they'll have it when they come back around and everyone is pit. But probably your dad has put some space between the 2 trucks here. Looks like Private Patton had a little bit of a trouble getting his tires underneath him coming off of the apron. And probably your dad able to jump out in front of him. Here they come around the field. We'll try and change the camera. We'll see what we have coming out. There's Country Caliber. I'm sorry. Yeah, Justin Hag and RJ Smitty. Here's Evo B. Probably your dad's going to assume the lead here. And Private Patton's going to get by for second. There's your top 3 with Evo B falling in line. He's going to get a little bit of a draft off the 21. Might be able to sneak on up to his rear.
Yeah, this is definitely spread out that front group. But right now, Evo B is sitting pretty just because he's got fresher tires than the 2 in front of him. Even if they're only a lap or 2 fresher, that is still a big advantage here at Atlanta. So keep an eye on that 13 truck as he tries to get as many stage points as possible.
Something that we haven't mentioned yet also when you're coming in the pit is how you get to pit lane, how quickly you can slow down without getting a speeding penalty. And as you can tell, it looks like the Evo B did one of the better jobs of that as he was able to get in front of these trucks that were pictured here on your screen. RJ Smitty being one of them in 4th place. We got a good 2-second gap from 3rd to 4th.
Dad's going to let Private Patton go. He just pulled low on the back straightaway.
Well, you can't save gas in front.
Gas is no problem here at Atlanta tonight. We won't have to worry about that.
Right, I'm sure he's able to save his tires a little better too, being behind another truck, slowing down a little sooner.
Yeah, definitely a strategy play there by RJ. Or, sorry, not RJ, but probably your dad.
And don't forget, Private Patton, he just wants to win the race. He's not playing for points. He's not trying to make sure he gets to the next round. He just wants to be in victory lane. So he can kind of play the rabbit to these other championship battling guys. We'll just follow along.
Trying to hashtag spoil those playoffs.
Evo B has caught back up. There's a tight 3 truck pack now. And there, RJ Smitty and Country Caliber are rounding out the top 5, running by themselves. Here's Aquatati. Well, he's back here with the 02. Did you have a mishap or did something happen to you?
Like a speeding penalty.
Yep, speeding penalty and popped the right rear.
Oh, pushing it. One more lap. But we will reset after the stage here. So everybody testing out their trucks, feeling them out, figuring out how far they can push them, the limits that they may have, and this valuable information.
Something that might be worthwhile, this is a 40-lap stage, like Gator Mike was saying. The 15 truck went and pit on lap 21, so he, as long as he can make his tires last the same amount of time, he actually should only have to do this one stop.
T-Bird is a master saver. We've seen it happen before. And that's impressive because that's the longest I've seen anybody go on tires is 21 laps. Nobody could make it more than 20 last night.
And that was just the thing. We thought something happened to him. He must have just decided, that's it, I'm going to start saving now.
It looks like his truck is lagging pretty bad right here, right now, as I'm following on board with it. It is all over the place.
Well, it's good that he's running all by himself. Oh, he lagged
just
out.
Lagged out.
Oh, we're never going to find out what would have happened now if he could have made it. He was
Patty
on
just
pit road for
commentator
good.
cursed that thing.
Okay, yeah, now I'm seeing him like that. I didn't see it when you guys first said it. He just barely popped out a little bit after you guys had said something. Apparently, you guys seen he lagged out before anybody else did.
Yeah, I was on him when it happened. So we have the top
Magic.
three drafting up front here. They put a bit more space between fourth and fifth. You see RJ Smitty and Country Caliber riding back there.
Yeah, it looks like these guys, they're just content on riding in line. Evo hasn't tried to make a move. Neither is Dad. They're just trying to get as much of a gap over third and fourth right there to guarantee a top three spot in this stage. One pit stop to go.
A little bit of racing back here in the pack as we see the 17 of Butters. He made a couple. He passed the 22 and the 74. Got 2 spots there. We had just missed the pass as we caught up with him. He's getting tight off at turn number 2. He's going to touch the wall. An old guy is going to get high on him into turn 3. Brian SP is going to follow. Brian SP is going to go right into the back of him, it seemed. That's the second time we put the camera on Butters and he hit the wall, so maybe we will stay off of Butters for the rest of the race.
Here comes Country. First of the top 5 to pit here.
Hey, is DK still in here? Did he leave the
Yep,
chat?
I've been here.
Oh,
Oh, there's
speak
been
up,
something
DK. Don't wait for us. I'm not going to email you.
Yeah, we do have another member here in the booth. Old DK Brown has decided to join us. Been awfully quiet, just kind of listening in on things, I guess. DK, any takeaways on what you've seen thus far?
It looks like the 21 has got the best truck as far as I can tell from the beginning of the race. So, but other than that, man, I've just been sitting here watching the race, listening to y'all talk. It's been a good race so far.
Been pretty straightforward thus far. Nothing too dramatic.
Very business as usual so far.
I keep my eye on the 13 truck. He does have the freshest tires. So I believe if he stays with them front two after their next stop, he should be sitting good.
Absolutely, as it looks like Dad's going to come to pit lane this time by.
Hey, let the 13 go out of turn 2, and then here he comes. This is a little early, but it is also strategy. They're going to have fresher tires longer in the run, rather than let this set of 4 tires, wear all the way down and then pit. You'll kind of have a little bit more speed for the rest of the run.
Dad Tech coming at 12 to go.
It's a very F1 kind of strategy, if you will. How they manage their tires a lot of the time. But Evo B and Private Patton are going to stay out another circuit here at Atlanta. A lot of the leaders have started the pit. I think RJ Smitty and Country Caliber both pitted. Aquatati is coming out of the pit lane now. Could have had some 2-tire stops as well. Here comes
Patton's
Justin
coming this
Hackett.
time. Private Patton is going to come this time by. Evo's going to stay out another lap. Very clean entry for the 21.
Yeah, I was trying to get to him. I think I just missed him. There he is. Yeah, he is a lone duck here on pit road. I think Justin Hackett might be coming off just ahead of him.
Evo's coming this time. So
Private Pat doesn't have to think too hard. He just has to run his race, run his lines, hit his marks. The pressure's on guys like Evo B, Country Caliber. They have to perform today.
Yeah, Evo pitting right here. That's going to cycle all of our leaders through. I don't know if anybody has tried to extend here or not, but all of our leaders will have made a pit stop with about 9-10 to go.
Good clean entry for the 13. Aquatati and Broadcaster Clay. Say that again?
I have the 22 as the race leader right now.
Tackleberry getting some laps in. Had a
Well,
great
there he
run
is.
last week.
Another guy who's just racing for a win. At 22, just always a nice truck like seeing. Here he comes down. Last guy to hit pit road, it appears. Private Patton's going to get his lap back. You see Private Patton is still behind probably your dad, the number 32 truck. We're going to go to the 13 because he should be blending up here soon. Here he is coming off of pit road. You see how those two trucks who pit ahead of him, he was in between them. He pit last. They gained a couple of tenths on him because they've been running on fresher tires for a lap while he was still on older tires. And there's the difference right there because they all had good entrances onto pit road.
23 of Mo Power Cat racing.
Yeah, Mo Power Cat is going super slow here as he's trying to save the whole way. I just swapped over to him. He's getting blown past by a couple of these trucks.
Yeah, we just switched on him now. Old guy going around.
He should be coming to 6 to go right now. I'm a lap down, getting ready to take 7, so he should be coming to 6 to go.
Yeah, he is trying hard here to save as much as he can, but he can afford to do this. He is the points leader heading into tonight with a pretty decent gap, so he's throwing it out there.
Apologies, though, 7 to go.
With 7 to go now, it's going to be 6 to go with the line.
Correct.
All right, you see there is a truck back there in the middle of the straightaway. We cannot tell from our view who that is behind Mo Power Cat. Oh, that's not okay. Are you in second?
No, I'm a lap down.
Oh, so this has big implications. If Mo Power Cat does keep these guys a lap down and finishes this stage, only Aquatati, if it ended now, would get his lap back. Anyone behind him would not.
Which would be just Clay that's racing. Two birds. I'm in 12th. Clay's in 13th.
Okay, so no playoff trucks then.
Correct.
Although you are gaining on Mo Power Cat pretty quickly. You may both get around him. This is 5 to go. We are with the leader, Mo Power Cat, in the number 23 truck.
Love seeing the 23 truck out front.
Yeah,
Maybe a bit biased, though.
especially in those colors, I'm guessing.
Hey, that's one of my favorite schemes in the truck series.
One of my favorite trucks of all time, if I may, it's one of the oldest trucks of all time. But Darrell Waltrip, when the truck series was just the first season, I want to say, maybe the second season, he had a number 17 diehard truck. It looked similar to Aquatati's 00 where it was black and red, but it was mostly black with the red striping. It was an awesome looking truck.
This truck is orange.
Sorry, we figured that out in the first race.
There are a couple of good schemes I liked. I liked the old Valvoline schemes. The Crown Royal scheme was pretty good.
That was a good one.
But me being the Dale fan that I was, loved that 3 truck that Mike Skinner drove. Loved it.
Yeah, we had a model in my living room of that 3 truck next to the car, next to the hauler. My dad was a big Dale Earnhardt fan.
But back to this, I'm interested to see if Mo Power Cat can make this.
Yeah, we went back to Private Patton here, trying to see where we might be able to tell if they are in the view of Mo. There's Mo Power Cat, looks like right there on the back straightaway, as he's relinquished the spot to those lap down vehicles. He's in turn 3. Private Patton does have a heck of a run. You can see him getting larger in the screen right here. We'll go on the roof. Mo Power Cat hits the line as Private Patton comes out of turn 4 a lap ago. They were probably a half a lap difference.
That's 2 to go, so from here out, Cat cannot pit.
Yeah, he was committed to this strategy anyways. So
Not sure it's going to pay off unless this was the last lap.
So he's going to get caught by these guys behind him.
Oh, he is caught. They have caught.
But
he may not lead this lap.
from where he was running, it's still going to be a net gain if he can make it to the line.
That is true. And more playoff points, right? For finishing in the top 5.
There goes Pat, and there goes Dad.
So he's in 3rd, 1 lap to go. Can Caliber catch him?
Hey, can you guys check if Smitty lagged out?
Oh,
yeah, he's on
no,
pit road.
Cat just blew a tire. Cat blew a tire on the back straightaway.
Yeah, we see him on the roof cam of Country Caliber. We see the 23 truck down low on the apron.
Smitty is on pit lane. His truck is twitching, so he is not lagged out.
It looks like he may have. Yeah.
Yeah. Private Patton going to take stage 1.
Yeah, it looked like RJ Smitty was on pit lane during that last lap. Unsure who 5th place ended up being. Looks like Evo B was in third.
I'll get you the full results here in just a second. Shackett got 5th.
Good points for Shackett. See if I can't do some live points here while we focus on the resumption of this race for stage number 2.
Yeah, everyone's going to come down pit road. Get some 4 fresh tires, fill it up with gas, get ready for stage number 2 here at Atlanta.
So Mo Power Cat went from leading to getting no points in that stage. Brutal.
Rip.
Well, still worth the risk. Not like he went a lap down or anything. Both the 3 and the 23 are at the rear of the field here. Private Patton's going to lead with Probably Your Dad on the outside front row. Evo B is on the outside in the second row, and that is Country Caliber on the inside of the second row as they head down to the turn number 1. Oh, that's Justin Hackett on the inside, row number 2, actually. And Country Caliber is behind him in 5th. All right, new rule. You got to change the 98 scheme to not the yellow one.
So after stage number 1, we have a tie for the cutoff line right now between Smitty and Probably Your Dad. Evo B and Justin, they are only 2-3 points above, respectively, above that cutoff line. So
wow,
it's really close. Country's still got a lot of work to do. He's about 8 points below. So
he's basically got to win. Country Caliber basically has to win the race, or just beat everybody else. If you told me a couple weeks ago that Probably Your Dad or RJ Smitty would be battling for the final playoff spot into the final round, I would have called you nuts. They would have both clinched their way into the final 4, but here we sit. It's that competitive here in the playoffs.
RJ was sitting. He needed some stage points. He was comfortable heading into tonight, but he wasn't clear by any means. He needed some good stage points, and he did not get that in stage 1, and that has put him right on the bubble.
And here he sits in 9th position behind Brian SP. 10th place, Aqua Taddy just behind him.
For the viewers, if there were to be a tiebreaker tonight for that final cutoff spot, the tiebreaker would go to the highest finisher amongst those drivers. So right now, as they run, it would be Probably Your Dad advancing over RJ Smitty if things were to end right now. But we still have a long way to go.
Long way to go as we are barely into the opening laps of stage number 2. We should see them take 2 pit stops again, if I'm not mistaken. But we just saw...
This stage is 3 laps shorter. It's going to be 37 laps. I think a majority of these drivers are going to have to make 2 stops. However, there are going to be some that are probably going to try for just one, Mo Power Cat included, just because he tried.
Right, I was just going to say, we saw him just finish a half a lap shy going all the way. So we could definitely see Mo Power Cat attempt to make it on 1 stop.
But this action in the front of the field is insane. We just had a 3-wide move for the lead. Country Caliber takes over the top spot with that Thor Sport, almost twin-looking truck right there. Justin Shackett following him through for 2nd. Private Patton falls back to 3rd.
And as you say, he has to win this race. He must have hurt us, because there he goes, shooting to the lead. Winning stage 2 would be a big help to him, and Justin Hackett as well.
But yeah, these guys, they're racing hard. It looks like they're committed to just making 2 stops here in the 2nd stage. There's a couple guys towards the back.
Well, the 88 makes a block.
Yeah.
Tried to block Private Patton. Now Private Patton was going to clear him into turn number 3. That block may end up costing Justin Hackett 3rd place as well as the Evo B goes low. And Beery in the number 22 truck, he is pushing his nose up to the front.
Yeah, Shackett did not want to give up that low line because he knew.
Well, this is what happens. There it is.
This is what happens. You're going to get freight trained here. You're going to go to the back of the line.
And if he's not careful, Probably Your Dad is lurking just behind as well.
You can make the outside work if you have a couple trucks up there. It's rare, but it's possible. But just being up there by yourself, you might as well kiss it goodbye because you're losing some spots.
Give me 1 second. Everybody have to take a 2-second hiatus to be right back. I'll leave it right here on the leader, Country Caliber.
All right. As a Private Patton's going to go around Country Caliber. Country Caliber looked more than willing to just let him go there into corner number 1. So Private Patton, the 21 truck, is back to the lead. Your pole sitter and stage 1 winner here tonight. Back to the front. Country Caliber, though, looked like he took a peek there into 3. but thought better of it, so he's just going to ride right behind the 21 for now as they're getting some ground over third place on back as those guys are fighting. Tackleberry moving his way up to third place, getting around Justin Shackett. They're really getting bottled up there behind that 22 truck. The 22, the 88, the 32, the 3, and the 13. 5 trucks right here. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Tackleberry moves up the track, going to allow Justin Shackett to come on through. And a couple other trucks most likely. But Country Caliber is loving seeing this in his mirror. This is giving him a huge advantage, seeing these guys battle, because he's trying to clinch a top 2 spot in this stage with these guys fighting like this.
All right, thanks everybody. Sorry about that. Should have did it before the race started. But I see the top 2 has broken away here. And Aquatati, I'm curious, what lap are we on?
Give me just a second. Let me get started. We have 27 laps remaining in the stage.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Justin Hackett is leading this second pack, trying to catch the leaders. They are 4 down on the bottom. That should help, but you got 1 truck lingering up high. They can all get in line. They could make a run here at the leaders. That's Beery and probably your dad in the back of that pack, side by side.
Yeah, these guys have been fighting hard. They're leaving nothing on the line right here. They're going to probably make 2 stops. They're going to have to with how hard they've been fighting.
They're either making it difficult on their crew chiefs or taking it easy, because if they're just going to race the trucks to the limit, then what the crew chief has to do is make sure the pit stops are fast.
Which I had some slow pit stops last night. The game was not kind to me.
I heard the servers were slow last night.
That wasn't the only thing slow. The pit crew for that 23 show was just not good.
We are on the 3 truck, RJ Smitty, as he drafts behind the 13 of Evo B. That's probably your dad, who's trying to get up in the 4th spot. They are side by side, losing a little more ground now to those leaders. Evo B almost touch off of turn 2, and RJ Smitty will get a run, but he'll back off into turn number 3. They're going to get in line here in turn 3. We'll get straight down the front straightaway as you see Country Caliber poking his nose down low on the leader.
Now, I am not sure what happened to RJ at the end of stage number 1, but I'm assuming he got the free pass and this is for position. But he needs as many stage points as he can get here in stage 2, because he bled them out in stage 1. So these are, every position right here for him is going to be crucial.
We are now on board with Mopawa Cat as we can hear him get out of the gas getting into turn number 3. Could he be saving his tires already? We will find out as we get through the stage for sure.
He was 1 lap short in stage 1, so he's definitely going to want to stop here.
And these leaders are just in front of him. He's being very casual. He's taking it very easy, not trying to race up on it. He sees them. They're ahead of him. There's no point in overdriving your truck now.
Tricky spot here. Caddy fresh tires. There's some guys pitting, some guys staying out. They're going to be 3 wide.
Here comes Tackleberry as we're on board, following Private Patton in the pit lane. Oh, on the very outside marker.
Close but clean right there.
Oh, 2 trucks pit. First guy is in. Don't forget the 24 and the 15. They're out of the race. Country Caliber signaling he might be coming down this time by as Aquatati is taking over second place.
Yeah,
all 3 of them coming.
I wouldn't have taken them 3 wide. Shackett signaled he was going to pit, so I was trying to go around him like pit. I wouldn't have done that otherwise.
Yeah, and then he stayed out, so called an audible there.
Aquatati, now your leader. Second place, we look back, is probably your dad.
I was just coming out of pits.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So that means probably your dad is your leader.
Correct.
With RJ Smitty now running in second, we should see these trucks come down pit lane any lap now. In fact, was that the signal? Yeah, the 32 and the 3 are coming in. The 3 stayed out. Did he miss pit lane?
It looked like it. He lost a lot of time right there, and he's still trying to get back up to speed.
And here's Mopawa Cat now running past him. That is for the virtual, the lead, actually.
RJ Smitty, he is limping right now. He missed pit lane. He might not have the tire to make it back around. He is going about 50 miles an hour here off the turn.
That is true. That's huge. We are on him now in case something happens to him. Mopawa Cat is the leader as he went by.
Another devastating blow to RJ Smitty.
That is it's a good thing it happened in stage 2. If it was going to happen, it didn't happen in the next stage. But he's going to have to get this lap. Well, will he go a lap down? Probably if Mopawa Cat stays out.
He's definitely going to go a lap down here.
He does make it to pit lane safely.
So much time lost.
You see all those other trucks are coming off pit lane. They will surely come around before RJ Smitty comes out. There's probably your dad entering the back straightaway now.
And if RJ doesn't make the final 4, that will truly be a shocking result. He is a championship favorite entering these playoffs.
He was my pick.
Kind of like what happened to Kevin Harvick last year in the Cup Series. Got knocked out at Martinsville before the final 4. And this would be something.
Well, Evo B, let's see, he might be the virtual leader. No, there's a couple trucks up there ahead of him. Looks like.
Yeah, Country's up there, Private Pat.
Yeah, Pat's good.
Oh, now we're on RJ Smitty. He has already gone the lap down. Yeah. But now, if he is the only car a lap down, he will get it back at the end of the stage.
Still going to miss out on all those stage points, though.
Oh, absolutely, which would be huge. But, you know, like a lot of these guys, it's going to make stage 3 interesting because they're going to be fighting for a win.
Every finishing position is separated by 2 points, so each one of those positions, they matter. That's a lot of points right there. So just finishing 2 spots behind somebody else, that's 4 points. That's a lot of points. And right now, these guys are right on top of each other in terms of points. So everything's going to matter here tonight.
You see Mopawa Cat battling with the 45 Brian SP. Going underneath them, getting another position there.
And I just got a message on my screen that said my application is suspending in 15 minutes because the license can't be verified.
Uh-oh.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Nope.
I have never heard of that before.
Yeah, me neither. Hopefully I don't get shut off here in 15 minutes.
Yeah, that would be terrible. But yeah, let us know. Well, I guess we'll know if you disappear.
Yeah, well, it just says the app will close, not that my whole PlayStation, so I should still be able to tell you what happens.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, never heard of that before.
Yeah, that's a new one. That's a new one.
Caddy's been hacked. Somebody else is driving his truck.
I mean, something's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Say, I wanted to say again, another good run here by Tacklebeer. You see him running with the, what I believe to be the 4th, 5th, and 6th place trucks.
This is 3rd through 6th right here.
Third, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Okay.
Yep.
So good run out of Tacklebeer, just being up here with this group. Again, not fighting for a championship.
Yeah, following up a good performance from before he lagged out last week at Bristol.
Right.
Had a good run going there. So he's backing it up here 2 weeks in a row.
And he's just, you see Justin Hackett and the Evo B. He's not sure if Justin Hackett's trying to make a run on Evo or just stay behind him. They're trying to stay in line here to catch those leaders. They're going to need to. All 3 of these guys, they can't just sit back here. Even though they're in the top 5 and they're getting stage points, they need every possible point. They have got to catch those leaders and try and make a run.
Catching up with some of the other guys in the field. Brian SP still running back here. Caddy's on pit lane. He might have just lagged out.
Yeah, he's not moving.
Yep.
Yep, I'm out, boys.
Gonna have to
tough break
get
for the
Country to get
Kamesh.
results. I got old guy in the field tonight. Here's he's going around broadcaster Clay. Haven't mentioned him tonight.
And there goes Aqua. Tough break for the 0-0.
Well, lap count. I guess we're just gonna have to wing it from here.
I could try
I
to
don't know
load
if
a
any of these
stream.
other drivers stream or not. Do you know of any of them that stream?
I know that Private Patton does, so I'm trying to load his stream now in case. Yeah, he's up, so we'll find out.
Good deal. There he is.
It looks like he's got a lap and a half of before he has to pit. And I was going to say of fuel, but we know it's not fuel will be the issue. Although I will say, looking at his stream, he has 30% tires on his right and 2 laps of fuel. So maybe he only put in a certain amount of fuel.
That's exactly what he did. Was he only put in a certain amount? Because the less fuel you have in your truck, the faster you can really go. So that's what he did. He didn't fill it up all the way. So he anticipated making 2 stops,
and here he comes.
Using the fuel accordingly for that. So.
Country Caliber as well will hit pit lane. If you're chasing the leader, you might as well pit when he pits. But if he could schedule to pit a lap before him, he may actually get in front of Private Patton.
Here we are, top 2 on pit lane. Everybody else stayed out. They pitted coming to 10 to go. But just a short sprint to end stage 2.
And here's RJ Smitty, who looks like he's running by himself now.
Yeah, remember he had that misfortune of missing pit lane, had to limp back around.
Right, he's a lap, more than likely he's a lap down. He's trying to catch old guy 74 right now. Probably your dad has assumed the lead, I think. We'll find out in a second here. No, it looks like he might be pitting, yeah. Up ahead of him, that's Butters in the 17 truck. And here comes probably your dad on the pit lane. Almost gets clipped by the 88, or is that the 98?
That's
it happened 13. So fast.
Close call.
It happened so fast. I thought it wasn't even. I thought it was one of the yellow trucks.
Yeah, no, that was a close call. You got it right. It was a ThorSport truck, so you were right in that regard. But it was a 13 of Evo. Almost caught the right rear quarter panel of that 32.
And now he is running by himself here on the back straightaway, and we'll see if he comes in this time around. He may not.
He is not.
And he doesn't. He stays out another lap. But as we know, that's going to cost him time to these leaders. But he's on a different strategy.
Interesting call here for that 13 truck, unless he thinks he can make a 2-tire stop, but it'd be difficult to do. The left side's wear pretty quickly as well.
We mentioned that at the top of the hour when with Atlanta, you do have a couple of different strategies you can try and play out. What's your strength? Play to your strength. So it doesn't usually make for interesting racing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Virtual and in reality.
He's on pit lane now, though.
Here's Mopowa Cat. And he has caught the leaders. He is just behind Tackleberry, who is just behind Private Patton. And Private Patton is behind Country Caliber and probably your dad.
Tell you what, that 32 truck had a heck of a pit stop, being able to catch Country Caliber and Private Patton being behind those guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure the 32 pit early either. He pit a lap later, it seems. Could just have been his entrance. Yeah. 21 is catching them slightly on the screen here, it seems. They are side by side, so that is aiding in his reeling of them in. And the O2 truck, who's going to go a lap down, is also helping Private Patton catch the front two. And there goes Country Caliber into the lead, past the lap down car, making him a lap down. Probably your dad follows in suit. And Private Patton will make quick work of the O2 as well.
Yeah, right now the leader is actually the 23 truck of Mopowa Cat. He's trying to do this on one stop.
Right, he's just behind these guys as well.
Yeah. He is your leader right now.
You see, he's behind Tackleberry.
This is actually a fight for 5th, 6th, and 7th on track, so there's some others trying that same strategy as Cat.
One of them might be Justin Haggett.
We'll see who can make it work. There's only a handful of laps left here.
We know the 13 pit. I didn't see the 88 pit. Not saying he didn't, but I didn't see him do it.
The 17 of Butters is one of those trucks that is not pitted again. He is running in 4th place.
Broadcaster Clay as well, but that must have put him 2 laps down, actually. No, that put him a lap down. I'm sorry.
Old guy right now is running in third in the 74. I just don't know who second place is right now.
I think it's the 88. I think it's Justin Hackett.
Yeah.
We are on him now. He's catching the 23. There was about a turn in between them. The last time I was on them, 2 laps ago. Now the 88's going around the 23. Does that put him in the lead? No, maybe it's just him getting his lap back. So maybe it's not Justin Hackett. Here goes the Evo B, who will also be getting a lap back.
Yeah, Cat right now is on 1 to go.
He's still on the leader. I mean, he still is the leader. So we're going to go to the 23 truck. We said he'd probably be going for it, and here he is. He's taking care of it slow. There's not many guys behind him. There's nobody in view. So if he's only got one more lap around here, he's going to be pretty safe.
He blew a tire right before the line, but he
the backwards stage win from Mopowa
blew a
Cat.
tire coming to the line, but makes it.
Boy, way to go! Way to get every last ounce out of that car, out of that truck.
RJ Smitty was one truck who tried to make it, and he's not going to do so. He's there trying to back across the line on the front straightaway.
And he'll try and get to him. There he is. Yep, he did
actually,
get across.
I think he actually backed across in second place.
He was in second. Private Pat ends up in third. Country Caliber's in fourth, and Old Guy 24 ends up in fifth. Way to go, Old Guy!
Smitty right there. That's huge for him.
Yeah, that second place stage points is going to be huge for the number 3 truck. You're
turn
absolutely
some
right.
bad into good right there.
It looked like he was that guy. What happened to him in the last stage was that he tried to do exactly what Mopowa Cat did, but he blew a tire earlier. Missed pit lane, remember that?
Yep.
Or maybe he was about to blow a tire. But he was able to make it this time around. Barely. Barely. So we'll get ready for stage 3 after this race is in the books. Private Patton's going to lead them to the line. That's Country Caliber in second. Old Guy in third. Evo B in fourth. Fifth is Mopowa Cat in the 23. Broadcaster Clay looks like he's in sixth in the 02. Seventh is Beery. Eighth is Probably Your Dad. Ninth is Butters. And 10th, I didn't get a look, actually. 10th is the 45 of Brian SP.
Right now, as it stands, Mopowa Cat is still your points leader, 165.
Oh, the 13's in the wall.
Evo B, playoff driver, in the wall.
Took a big hit there. He better get it under control.
We run no damage here, so that's going to help save him.
Nah, he just lost time, really, which is huge. See if he can get a little bit of the draft. He can catch back up a little bit here, make some headway.
But Mopowa Cat, he's got 165. Second place is going to be RJ Smitty, 143. And we have a tie for third and fourth place at 140. So that's going to be Justin and Evo. So right now, in stage 3, Probably Your Dad is going to be out, as well as Country Caliber. Probably Your Dad is down 4 points with 136. That is 2 positions on track. And Country is down 7 points.
And Probably Your Dad right now
is,
running in fourth, right ahead of RJ
7
Smitty.
points, he's going to need 4 spots.
Better get that message to him as he's letting the 3 go by him on the outside in the turn number 3. Justin Hackett right behind him. All 3 of those trucks are vowing for the last spot into the final 4.
It is super tight.
And there's Beery who says, I don't care about your points race. I want to win. I want to get up here.
We're talking less than 3 to 4 finishing positions here amongst these cutoff drivers.
But meanwhile, the guy they're all chasing,
Heck, the
Mopowa
difference
Cat,
right now between second in points and sixth in points is only 5 finishing positions.
and Mopowa Cat, who is in the lead of all that, is running in third. And he, Country Caliber, and Private Patton are pulling away from the rest of those guys.
Cat is safe. I consider him safe. So he'll
No,
be all right. He'll advance to the final 4.
But Caliber isn't, and Caliber needs this top 3, and It looks like he's very comfortable where he is right now, running in second.
In fact, mathematically, Cat is into the Final Four.
Oh, good news for the 23 driver. He can, I guess he can lay off and not save his tires and just race. There's Butters. The Evo B was able to pass two guys, old guy and Butters now. He's trying to catch the rear of the field. Brian SP making a move here on the low side.
Oh, RJ Smitty with a block.
Hey, blocked the
Drove
almost
down to the line.
But Hackett's going to get underneath him in turn number 3 here.
This fighting is letting those top 3 just escape.
Yeah, they're out. They're not even in the picture on the camera shot anymore when they pan. There's no looking at the top 3.
Now, there are 47 laps here in the final stage. Last night, the winning strategy was 2 stops. About 16 laps apiece, split it into thirds. Some of the other guys, they took 3 stops. They ended up about 5th place on back. So the winning strategy tonight is most likely going to be 2 stops. These guys are going to have to save a little bit of tire. Or at least conserve their tire.
Well, again, get the memo out to Hackett and RJ Smitty because they are not saving tires running side by side as they just were.
Absolutely not.
And neither is Beery as he's trying to power on the high side. Every one of these guys wants to lead this pack, it seems. Nobody can. There's Evo B. He's coming back up in the fray.
That he is. He is trying to work his way back up in here. After that incident there to begin the stage, plowed down the turn 4 wall.
That unfortunate incident. But yeah, here he was. He looked like he may have gotten out of it, and he snagged a little draft, held his car tight, and caught the field.
I'm just worried that he used up a lot of tire trying to catch these guys and get back up through here.
That is a very accurate statement. There is a lot of worriment there. And you know, all these guys, Hackett, RJ Smitty, low side, high side, probably your dad, no one's really backing off. The 13 not backing off either from the 88 as he dives low into turn number 1.
Yeah, the right rear is the tire we're worried about here tonight at Atlanta. Got to keep that thing as cool as possible. It's you can actually save more tire by running the high side versus the low line. This is not terrible for Justin Jackett to be stuck out there, but I guarantee he's still driving that truck super hard.
When they come to the line the next time around, it will be 36 laps to go.
I'm trying to make sure I get the points here. The results for Taddy. Got them sent off. Yeah, these guys are kind of riding the line now. They've kind of. I was going to say they kind of got themselves sorted out, but here we go. Tackleberry trying the outside of Evo.
Actually, the Evo is taking the low side on Tackleberry, I thought, in the turn there. And they're going to touch. The Tackleberry was not going to give him space in the turn number 3.
Tackleberry fought back hard there, and he's going to keep that spot.
Yeah.
For now.
Just more contact for that right side of the 13 truck. There's a good shot from on board of old guy 24 as he looks at this field of trucks, and right in front of him, Brian SP directly in front of him in that 45 Nice machine. RJ Smitty leading the pack up there. The black number 3, the black number 32 is behind him. Again, that's fourth on back as the top 3 way up there in turn number 1 for this camera shot.
This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 right here.
Yeah.
All in one line. Old guy bringing up the rear here. Just might be riding along, saving his stuff. But the top 3, they have checked out Private Patton, Country Caliber, and Mopower Cat.
As we are on board with Mopower Cat looking at Country Caliber, who very, very studiously running in line, staying in the draft, not passing each other, making sure this is the top 3 for the rest of the race.
That would be huge if they can keep this track position as well as making it 2 stops. That would be huge for them. That looks like we're going to have some takers.
Yeah, he may be pitting this time by. And like we said, like I mentioned the stage before, if he can pit a lap before Private Patton, he may come out ahead of him. So we'll see what happens here. As second place gets relinquished by the 98 truck. We're down to 2 trucks up here in this front pack. I wouldn't even call it a pack now.
I just don't know if this is the play to pit this early.
Well, he knows something we don't know. A couple of guys came down.
Unless they've already made it 16 laps and we just got caught up in it.
RJ Smitty, Evo B pitting. Old guy is pitting.
Tackleberry might be around. Yeah, Tackleberry's around going into 3.
Yeah, we just got back on him. He's in the grass now. Oh, he may have blown a tire. Or something.
Dang.
Running hard, we said. Using up their trucks. Somebody may have been. Sure enough, the 22 has got some trouble here. You can get caught up, you know, especially if you're racing in a pack. It's very easy to get caught up and just forget to check your tires and your gas.
So these guys pitted with 32 laps remaining. They are on par to only pit 1 more time. So good job to this field for stretching their tires here. Even with that hard racing, it looks like they are going to be able to make it on 1 more stop.
Yeah, Mopower Cat is on pit lane now.
Lots of guys coming off here. Private Pat, probably your dad.
Now Caliber pit first, and we went on board. Here he comes catching up to Private Pat into the 21 truck. He already blew past the 23. And he's going to have the momentum. He's going to get by the 21. So Country Caliber has now taken over the lead if everybody has pitted. Looks like that is... Nope, this is 3rd place right now. So 2 guys have not pitted yet. Or are on pit road and maybe passing them on the way by. Mopower Cat was a late pitter. He's on pit road. And by now they are in front. And there's Tackleberry, who is going a lap down after blowing a tire entering pit road.
Tough luck for Tackleberry. He had a strong truck here tonight. Just kind of like last week at Bristol, stage 3 bit him.
That's right. 2 races in a row. Well, is the 21 going to be able to use Tackleberry to get around the 98? Not that time. He's going to sneak right up onto his bumper. The Country Caliber is going to maintain his lead for now. The 21, we know, does not follow well. And he gets a little bit of momentum down low down the back straightaway. He's going to take it in turn number 3. I think Country Caliber may have just let him have that because it will be much better for him to draft behind the 21. And we could save our truck and maybe battle for the last lap.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Mopower Cat. He lost a lot of time there on that pit sequence. He was all the way back to about 5th, but lost 4 to 5 seconds here.
Yeah, it did look like it was a speeding penalty kind of lost time, but he definitely lost a bit of time. There he is, just ahead of probably your dad.
Coming to pit lane and had to fix that little bit of damage. If you blow a tire, it does give you damage.
Right, it could be 2 seconds of damage, it could be 10 seconds of damage.
That could have been a possibility. But that's going to drop the top 2 instead of 3, we're going to have 2 between Private Pat and Country Caliber.
Old guy got a little high in 3 and 4, and he's going to give up a couple spots here to probably your dad and Justin Hackett.
Country right here needs to stick with Private Pat, and he's trying to throw a Hail Mary here in stage 3. He's down 7 points on that cutoff line. And
they have, a little bit of a help also from the 22. He's, again, a lap down, doesn't want to go any further from the leaders, but he stays in this draft. The 22 is helping the rest, the 21 and the 98 pull further ahead.
Absolutely.
2 cars is a draft, 3 cars is a train.
And I do believe they are gapping 3rd and 4th just a little bit.
And that's Evo B and RJ Smitty, it looks like.
Yep, we are right here on the Vet Tix Camping World 200 here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The penultimate race here in GC Sports for the Tuesday night Slider Truck Series. Championship race next week at Iowa.
Which is a great place to hold a championship race. cannot wait for that to bring it to you
Short
guys.
track racing, but multiple grooves, multiple lanes, fireworks. I'm sure there's going to be 3, 4 wide at times. You're going to see these guys go all out next week for the season finale.
Well, there goes R.J. Smitty. He wants to take over third place from Evo B, and he does so. That's bigger for R.J. Smitty right now, as he's on the cusp of missing out. The guy he's racing for the final spot in the Final Four is that guy, probably your dad, a number 32 truck.
Well, Evo's right there as well. They're all right on top of each other here, within 7 points. So that's a extra 2 points there for Smitty.
The only thing we know, or at least that we're pretty sure about, is that Mopawa Cat, the 23 truck, he will move on to the Final Four.
Yes.
Everyone else, it's up for grabs. What can you do here in Stage 3? What strategy will you pull? You got to get ahead of that guy. You got to get another spot.
Right about now, at this point, everybody can make it only on one more stop. So that eliminates a lot of strategy just right there. When you pit, that can still open up the door for some things that could happen. I mean, if you pit earlier, you're going to gain a lot of time on track, but you're also going to have older tires, so you'll lose it on the back end. So it's kind of a catch-22 here on when you pit for this final stop.
Well, Mopawa Cat's going to lose 2 more spots, as probably your dad and Justin Haggett got below him out of turn 4. Down the front straightaway, they made the pass, and here they are now in line. They're trying to catch up to the 13 Evo B right there, who's now trying to make a pass himself on R.J. Smitty.
Yeah, these guys are going to catch these 2 in front of them, and that's going to create a 5-truck group here.
That is their best
playoff
bet.
Drivers.
That is their best bet, to catch the front pack there, the 3 trucks, the 1 lap down. But your top 2 running 1-2 there is Private Pat and Country Caliber.
2nd through 6 are all of your playoff drivers.
There they are. The old guy pulling up the rear on them.
At this point, between these guys, it's who gets on and off pit road the cleanest. Don't speed. Be conservative. Take your time.
Should you pit a lap earlier or a lap later than some of these guys?
Oh, Evo B getting shoved out of line here by R.J. Smitty. He's going to go up. He's going to skim the wall off of 2. Lose some time.
It looks like the
Smitty
3 might be
this
pitting
lap.
this time, as he signaled.
He's really going to have to stretch it if he's pitting this time, because we're going to have 19.
Yeah,
19
I don't know if that was a signal or that was just the way he was avoiding the incident out of turn 2.
He would have really had to stretch it right there if he was pitting.
But Evo B now falls to not the rear of this pack, but near the rear of this pack.
Yeah, we're 19 to go here. I'd expect pit stops in about 3 laps.
Under 20. Under 20 laps to go here at Atlanta. No commercial breaks. We bring this to you live, GC Sports, Atlanta Motor Speedway for the VetTix Camping World 200. Led currently by non-championship battler Private Patton. But second place, just behind him, is the 98 of Country Caliber, who is battling for a championship. He is maybe coming in for a pit stop here.
Smitty's coming in this time for sure.
So here comes the 98 ahead of them. We're on camera here. Private Patton may also. We're going to take a look up. No, Private Patton does not. He stays out. The 98 is coming in. Kind of a slow entry, but, tough to really tell. We don't have the numbers in front of us. Yeah, slow is best here. Oh, the 3. Something happened because he is racing down pit lane. That is not good for R.J. Smitty. Something occurred.
Miss it again? Don't tell me RJ missed the pits again.
That's going to cost him a ton of time, and hopefully not more if his tire blows.
He's going... No way.
He's going pretty slow down the back straightaway here as we're on camera.
RJ Smitty again. The mistakes are just compounding for him. He was able to rebound in stage 2, but he can't rebound anymore. This is it.
This is extra tough. Now you're just praying somebody else has a bigger problem.
You got to eliminate the mistakes, and he's just had too many of them tonight. This one might just cost him that final 4 spot.
And here's probably your dad, Mopawa Cat, and Justin Hackett as they have come off of pit road, still running together. Oh, the 32 is coming on pit road. I'm sorry, I misinterpreted that. The 23 and the 13 hits the wall. He spun at it, turn 4.
The 13 might have blown a tire.
So there's that other problem that RJ Smitty needed someone to have.
2 playoff drivers with troubles just like that on their final stops.
And 2 guys who were having good runs nonetheless.
Now, I am a little bit worried about Country Caliber. He pit with 17 to go. So that is really on the limit of tires. He's going to have to save to make it to the end, I think.
And
so
as
he's not out of the clear.
Private Patton comes off, we're going to be on Country Caliber. We're looking for Private Patton to come off pit lane. And if the 98 gets any, there's Private Patton there. Nope, I'm sorry, that's not him. That was the 88.
Yeah, here's Private Patton coming off pit lane. He's got RJ.
Yeah, he's in turn 2. So the 98 didn't even really catch up to the 21. Still going to have a good bit of time on him. Even by turn 3, he's still probably a second behind.
Country Caliber right now, all he needs to do is make it to the end. Don't really lose any more spots, and he might just advance because of the troubles with Evo and RJ Smitty. So just make it to the end is all he needs to do.
That's all he needs to do. Tackleberry, almost Kevin LePage is him, coming in at turn number 1.
And I am worried about his tire situation. He pit just a little bit early. But I would hope he knew he could make it from there if he did pit. So
we'll go back to RJ Smitty. He's back. Behind him is the leader. That's the leader. You see that white truck behind RJ Smitty. So RJ Smitty is the tail end of the lead lap, it looks like.
The leader right now is Butters, who's coming to pit lane.
Oh, so he is a lap down. Yeah. But Butters is pitting now. He's pitting late.
To be the last to pit here. And that is going to cycle Private Patton back to the front.
And RJ Smitty here will be the tail end of the lead lap. There's Butters on pit lane and that gorgeous number 17 truck. Well, we have definitely spread out. Not a lot of guys running next to each other here in stage 3. A lot of single, not single file, just single racing.
So right now you've got Private Patton out front, Country Caliber running in second place, Justin Shackett up to third, Old Guy running fourth, and Mopawa Cat rounds out your top 5.
You know, after his trouble, Evo B, he's in front of Probably Your Dad. Probably Your Dad must have sped or something because he's back here with the 13.
That's another huge development. Oh man, these playoff guys, they're just hurting themselves.
Focus. You know, you start focusing on things you're not normally focusing on, and then you lose focus. You forget to pit, you miss your pit. Just you speed on pit road.
Before the pit stops, don't take any risks. Be conservative. Get on and off pit road cleanly. These guys, they took the risks, and for some of them, it backfired.
Now, it does appear the 32 is catching the 13, albeit gingerly. We're on a slightly higher line in turns 3 and 4 than Evo B did. But Probably Your Dad did catch him coming out of turn number 4. Does he have a run on the high side here in turn number 1? Inches ahead, but the 13 fights back on the bottom. Coming off the turn into the front straightaway, Evo will have the advantage. Can't come up to close the door, though. The 32 will still be there down the back straightaway into turn number 3. He's going to pull slightly ahead again as the 13 stays low to the yellow line. The 32 gives a little wiggle in turn 4, but he looks like he will pull ahead, has the better grip off of turn 4. And into turn number 1 is going to be able to close the door on Evo B. Evo B, who had that trouble, looks like the 32 also had some trouble, but now loses that spot to Probably Your Dad. But RJ Smitty is still sitting back there, almost a lap down. Justin Hackett, you know, you got to give him some credit because his pit stops have seemed to get closer to the front as he's in striking distance, you could say, to the 98 of Country Caliber.
Justin Shackett's putting the race together that he needs to make it to this Final Four. It's a stressful situation for these guys.
Oh, absolutely. And I got to say, first of all, there's that whole argument that race car drivers aren't athletes because they're sitting in a car. I got to tell you, that's bullcrap. These guys are athletes. And then you want to look at sim racers. It is a mental capacity. Everybody has so much bandwidth of what they can focus on. Whatever it is that you do, doesn't have to be driving a race car. But for these guys, the focus they have to have what 120, 130 laps or so that we're running here at Atlanta. It seems like, oh, that's not that. This is a lot. And as you hear us talking about it, just the pitch. They don't have a crew chief. They don't have a spotter. These guys are alone in their thoughts in everything they're trying to do in that race car. They have to schedule their own pit stops. It is a huge mental, triathlon that these guys are going through.
Yeah, some people say it's just a video game. Well, yeah, it is. But there are some things. These guys are competitive. They go through a lot of emotions here during these races. Sometimes joy, sometimes anger, stress. They go through a lot of these things. And right now, these guys are feeling it here as they are all competitive and they all want to make this championship 4 next week. But only 4 of the 6 are going to do it. So, we're coming down. We're 5 to go here in this race.
Yeah, probably definitely pulled away from the 13 there. He's got the better run going. RJ Smitty. I can't tell if that's Mopawa Cat he's trying to run down here. It looks like it is. I'm trying to get a Mopawa Cat to double check.
We're 4 to go here.
Nope, that was not Mopawa Cat. It was somebody else he's running down. Mopawa Cat is just behind Justin Hackett, which I believe to be 4th place, but I've been wrong before.
Yep, Mopawa Cat is in 4th. Old guy right now is in 5th, right there behind.
Good job, 74. Old guy.
Old guy with a great showing tonight. Hope he can bring it home here.
Now he is somebody's dad in this series, is he not?
He is. He is RJ's dad.
Oh, okay. So beating his son here, unfortunately, for RJ's sake, as he's in the points battle.
Ready to go. Private Patton has checked out. He is gone, long gone.
Yeah, we haven't even watching Private Patton, so I feel bad. But Justin Hackett is pulling. He is reeling in the 98. I don't know if he's getting a little of the draft, or maybe he's just hitting his marks better. But the 98 is getting closer. He's getting bigger in the screen here as we are on board with the 88 truck.
Country needs to hold on to the spot. He needs these 2 extra points way more than what Justin needs, but they don't know that right now.
No, they don't know that. You're right.
Knowledge.
In fact, that's Evo B just ahead of the 98, who's a lap down, apparently.
2 to go here.
So big problems for the 13. Left. Evo B is now basically in last place. Not sure if somebody else is a lap down or more than a lap. Oh, Tackleberry. So that would be the only guy.
Did pit before Justin. I'm hoping he can make it here just another lap to secure his spot.
Right, it looks like Justin can run his truck how he wants, and Country Caliber has to be a little bit more careful with it right now.
We're on the white flag here. Last lap tonight at Atlanta.
One more time around. We were going to assume Private Patton's going to make the win, but we're going to watch Justin Hackett. Can he reel in the 98 going down the back straightaway? Country Caliber is going to put all the stops out here on the last lap to hold on to that second place finishing position. It looks like he may do it entering turn number 3. The gap does not close for Justin Hackett. We'll go on board as he tries to pull in for second, but he won't have the momentum.
Win.
The 21 truck wins.
Country Caliber is going to hang on.
The 98 finishes second. Justin Hackett's in 3rd. 4th goes to the 23. 5th goes to the 74. And Evo B a lap down, and we don't know where yet. And RJ Smitty is behind the 02. Not sure if that's for position. But he's going to be near the back of the pack. But it looks like he did finish ahead of Evo B if he was on the lead lap. We're not totally sure yet. I'm going to try and see. I have the stream up from Private Patton. So, Private Patton, Country Caliber, Justin Hackett, Mopawa Cat, Old Guy. 6th is Brian SP, Probably Your Dad in 7th. Butters in 8th. Broadcast Clay is 9th. RJ Smitty on the lead lap is 10th. Evo B was 11th, 1 lap down.
Let me try to do some quick points right here.
Tackleberry did lag out at some point. He finished 13 laps down in 12th. Aquatati in 13th. T-Bird in 14th. And Brian Spectre 24 in 15th.
Some numbers.
I will. I'm not friends with any of those guys, unfortunately.
Oh boy. Oh boy. This is close. Tentatively, I have got Evo missing out and probably Dad missing out. Information from that from Taddy. But either way, it's super close here. Who do you want in the party? I'll.
We can get the top 3 in here or whatever.
Okay, top 3. Let's see. Top 3 were Patton. I don't even know if I'm friends with these guys, but I'm gonna see. I know I'm friends with Country. Pretty sure I'm friends with Justin.
Yeah, I actually only broadcast them. I never raced with them, so I don't have them on a friends list.
I'm gonna have to add Patton here.
They should all add me when they get in here.
Let's see. There's Patton. He's been added. Nope, I can't add him because of their settings. Well, that's a big one.
That's unfortunate.
Country showing offline. That's a good help.
Jose Protege wants to know who's in and who's out. We are figuring it out right now.
There's Country Caliber showing offline. Thank you for that, buddy.
All right, well, if we got no one, we got no one.
I'm getting them. I'm working on it here. There's Justin. Probably going to have to send Private Pat a friend request to be able to add him. So let me do that real quick.
Oh, there's Justin Shackett.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll start with you, Justin, since you're here. But it looked like you were running down the 98 there in the closing laps. But give us your take on your race. Good job on 3rd place. Yeah, if you could go ahead, since we're not friends with them.
My race overall, it was good. Coming in, I knew that I was above the cutoff. I wasn't super far above the cutoff. But I definitely knew going in that I just needed to be clean and smart and not push it. If a non-playoff guy wanted to contend me for a spot, I let him go. I was,
Country,
I don't want to say working with Patton, but he was definitely helping me and guiding me throughout here, giving me advice on when to pit. So I kind of took the advice, and basically at the end there, I mean, obviously, yes, I knew that Country needed to save, but yes, I was closing in on him, but I was also using a lot of my truck to try to close in on him, and I mean, Country knows how to save, so I was more than content with finishing 3rd. I didn't want to risk anything.
Yeah, that 3rd place finish, some of the other playoff guys had a lot of troubles there on that final stop, and that 3rd place finish, I've tentatively got you advancing onto Iowa by a decent margin here, so I feel comfortable about it. So how does that make you feel earning a spot in the championship 4?
I had this conversation with Taddy, and I had it with these guys before the race. With me right now, over the season, I wasn't in a state of mind, and I wasn't trying as much as I wanted to try to get wins or top 10 finishes. I had issues getting stage points in some of the races, so I had myself being eliminated and not even making it to the playoffs. then eventually when I made it to the playoffs, I was just taking it one race at a time. I wasn't trying to put myself, okay, next week I'm here. I was in the moment. I was focusing on that track and that track only. And then, I'm grateful because to make it to the Final Four, I didn't see myself here, and I don't think very many people in here saw me making it to the Final Four, because I don't want to say eliminated, but I essentially knocked out some A-class drivers that just had bad races, and I managed to have good races, and then that win at Daytona really locked in me getting here. So I'm very fortunate. I am going to try my hardest at Iowa. If we come away with a championship, I don't know what I'll say, but even to finish 4th out of the championship 4 that advance, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, you were kind of the underdog entering the playoffs, and you've put together a really good string of races here. So congratulations on making that Final Four, and can't wait to see what you can do at Iowa next week.
Yeah, like I said, if I finish 4th in the championship race out of everybody, I'm content to say, hey, I made it to the top 4. Making it to the top 4 is enough for me. Right there.
Well, you did it, so good job.
Well,
Thank
one of
you.
those guys that want to see you finish 4th is also in here, and that is Country Caliber, who finished 2nd tonight. Country Caliber, you had a heck of a race. You were able to pull out in front a lot of the times in the top 3, just keeping your car safe, keeping your car underneath you. Tell us about your race tonight.
Yeah, that was nerve-wracking. First off, congrats to Shackett on making it. Any other guys? I don't know if I made it. I think I did.
You did.
But I did.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, entering the race, I was not too confident with making it. Try to get the pole and get that 1 point for winning the pole, and Patton stole it from me. And stage 1, after stage 1, I didn't. After stage 1, I didn't feel too confident either, because I know Evo finished in front of me, and Shackett, I only gained 1 point on Shackett and wasn't too comfortable. And then stage 2, was able to get out to the lead and kind of rub behind Patton for a little bit. And there at the end, I don't know, I think, Dad, he got wrecked by a lap car, and I know he's probably not too happy with me because I was blocking him, but, you kind of have to do. I'm sure he would have done the same. Anybody would, but trying to get as much points as I can. And stage 3, was able to get out to a good lead on everybody else. And saw RJ miss up entering pit road. And
Twice.
yeah, there was one time, I think it was the first time I was already on pit road, and all of a sudden I see this black number 3 passing me 90 miles per hour. But there in that last pit stop, as soon as I came off pit road, I just started saving immediately. I never try to catch Patton, or I just try to play with my throttle. And once I was trying to pay attention to how far Shackett was, and once he got to about 1 second, I started going a little bit harder and came across the line with about 2% on my tire, and it's just enough to get through and make it in.
Well, just before the end of the race, I was talking about the mental capacity that you guys have to be successful driving these long races, with the pit strategy, not having a crew chief or a spotter in your ear. So congratulations to both of you for more than likely moving on to the Final Four. But your race winner, who unfortunately isn't vying for a championship, he's just playing spoiler all these weeks.
Spoiling those playoffs, Pat.
Private Patton pulls off another victory, man. Tell us about your race tonight, which really didn't have a lot of cars in front of you.
I don't know. There was always a lot of trucks in front of me. Whether they were on the lead lap or not, it just kind of is up for interpretation. No, honestly, I I've said multiple times I love being here. Honestly, just I as much as I wish and I joke that oh yeah, you know, I should be in the playoffs.
I know the pain. I know the pain.
I didn't make the start, and I joke about it, and everyone knows I joke about it. But no, Country had a bad fast truck. Same thing with Shaq and Evo. Just unfortunate that it just couldn't quite work out in the end. But I mean, I feel like anyone could have won that because tires are so key. I mean, especially in that third stage. You know, essentially, it's not like customs where you can really save 20 laps. I don't know how T-Bird did it, actually, now that I think about it, before he lagged out. But it's not like customs at all where you can just like save like upwards of 20 laps and just be fine in stage one, and then you pin like half of the field a lap down. I mean, essentially my stages were just go as hard as you can, and I mean, stage 3 was the only one I really technically had to save, and even then it was only by like a lap, so it had a bad fast truck. And congratulations to the Final Four. Wish I could be a part of you guys. I always say that, but
we're pretty sure the 3 of them, Mopawa Cat, Hackett, and Country Caliber.
The 4th one is RJ Smitty.
Oh, he barely makes it in, doesn't he?
By 1 point.
Over?
Probably your dad.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's rough considering probably your dad had a couple. The 3 trucks that had issues at the end were Evo B, RJ Smitty, and probably your dad, and they were all close on the cusp of making it. Evo probably had the worst luck of it all, if you look at it. But, yeah, RJ Smitty making it. So there's your Final Four, everybody. And Mopawa Cat, who's not in here, congratulations to him. He was the points leader entering tonight's race. He ended up winning Stage 2. Kind of a question, open air, hoping someone knew the right answer.
What was the question?
I believe that Mopawa Cat won Stage 2.
He did.
He did, yes.
And Patton, you won Stage 1, right? So.
Yeah.
So there we have it. We'll get ready. We have Iowa next week. Short track. It's a big short track racing. You know, short track's under a mile. This one is just about a mile. That's going to be a really fun time. I'm excited that GC Sports has made that the final race. Guys, any predictions for do you feel confident in Iowa? Is it not one of your better tracks?
I love Iowa.
I like Iowa. I'm going to throw it out there, but I think it's going to be between RJ and Cat.
Well, there you go.
I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and throw my prediction out there. Justin works better as an underdog, so I'm not going to pick him. Got to give him that extra chip on his shoulder. I'm going to go with my boy Country right here to bring home the championship next week.
Well, it's been a long run, fellas. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for racing in it. I've had a pleasure bringing it to you. I can't wait for next Tuesday. Until then, everybody have a great week. Godspeed and drive fast. We'll see you next time.
Check out those customs. Next 2 nights, Kansas. Final Four.
Yes, have fun watching those, and we'll see you. And iRacing over the weekend, or we don't do that anymore?
We don't. No more.
Okay. So just watch tomorrow and Thursday. Come right back here to the same YouTube channel, GC Sports, and check out the custom racers. See P. Cola Gator try to take it to him one more time. And Gator Mike, we'll see you guys on behalf of Aquatati. We'll see you guys next week at Iowa. I'm still recording. I haven't stopped it yet.